Hey guys, we're back. So, uh, like I said in the last episode, this episode we're gonna do some rail designing. Uh, so I made this little pad to kind of, give me a place to get it set up. I set up a grid of poles because we want to incorporate poles in our tracks. Now, something that I did not do the last time I designed a bunch of rail schematics, I did not include roboports. And this time around, I decided, from the get go, I'm going to include roboports because that way I don't have to try and squeeze them into the design. Now, on the flip side, the last time, two of the things I incorporated were, well, actually more than two. I incorporated solar panels, accumulators, walls, and lasers. And the reason for that was that my intent was to have these be outside walls. So, to give you an example of what I had set up, let me find the straight one here before, and I'm not gonna lay this down. I'm just gonna open it up, give you guys a look-see. So I had outer walls and I had lasers set up on them, and I was using substations at the time because, of course, with the lasers and stuff, you wanted overlay. So then I set out a grid of substations, and I use a two-rail system. So this was kind of an example of what I had set up from before. Now I'm going to change this around a bit. See all this space? It takes up quite a bit of space. I don't need the walls because we're slowly but surely kind of getting rid of the walls. And I had circles, I had straights, I had what have you. Some of them have their issues. Some of them work really well. Some of them don't work so well. One of the things that I tried to do with these is I tried to set them up so that they overlapped, and I could just put them down and they would interconnect. And I didn't do as good a job with that as I could have with regards to the solar panels and the accumulators. So we're eliminating those this time around anyway. And then I had these little end caps that anytime I had to close up an area, I could close up an area. So that's what I had. And we're going to do basically something similar. Only, like I say, we're going to incorporate roboports into it. And we're going to eliminate all the defense stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a circle. Now, I know there are many schools of thought on circles. Some people like them, some people hate them, some people swear by them and say, oh, they're the greatest thing as far as throughput. Other people say they suck, and what have you. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Personally, I have always found them to work. I don't make a whole huge logistics train network most of the time, and my trains are typically 2-4, 2-5, 1-4, 1-5 trains. So I don't have to worry too much about super huge lengths. So yeah, there you go. That's my 2 cents on circles. I like them. I use them. I like the way they look more than anything else. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a circle, and what we got to do is we got to set this up so that it curves, and then we'll set, and that'll give us our reference point for our circle. And we may change up this curve as being too close. This is just kind of giving us a reference point to where we can set things up. Yes, baby. Hi. How's it going, Mr. Orbit? You're being friendly tonight. What? You got food, you got water? Miss Rhonda, my puppy. She's a rescue. She had a partner, she had a boyfriend, Mr. Ralph. He unfortunately passed away earlier this year. They're both rather old dogs, so, you know, it was what it was. So again, like I say, I don't think, in fact I know because of the way this is centered, that this is not going to be what I want, but it is a way to start it, to kind of give us the means of centering it up. See, so there we go. So we're off a bit on our centering. So let's take these out to here. And then, like I say, this is going to be a 2-rail system. So once we get this first circle set up, we'll be good to go. Because the other thing with this is everything, well, not everything, but all of the, like the 90s and what have you, they all play off of this initial circle. So they're all kind of based off of it. Alright, so let us, this is what we probably should have done. Blueprint that first. And then let's pick these up. Alright, now we want this kind of centered a bit better. And I think that it's pretty close there. What we may do, what I think I'm going to do, as a matter of fact, what? Oh. Huh. Alright. Let's fix that. There we go. Alright. So let's get rid of that. I don't know, I think that's pretty centered that way. I mean, it's not perfect, but rails are kind of one of those funky things where the grids kind of get weird on them. Now, I could, if I wanted, go ahead and do the turn the grids on and all of that mess, but we're going to try it without it. Wait a minute. Yeah. Right, because that was... Yeah, I think we want to come up one. It ain't perfect. It'll work. It'll work. Right? It'll work. Get out of the way of the... Why is this not... Why do you not like me? There we go. We didn't go one far enough. Okay, there we go. Damn it. Don't stand in the way. Don't stand in the way of progress. Alright, there we go. So now, that's our inner circle, because that's as small as we can really kind of make the circle. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out by one track. And we're going to leave a space, single space. That'll give us room for putting our signals in or anything else we want to end up adding to this. We can oops. How's that look? Sort of circle, right? Sort of a circle. So then, when I go out one on all of these, All right, so there we go. So in these areas is where the trains get wonkied up. Now, in my old blueprints, if you notice, I went straight through on these as well. So what ends up happening, let's try and line that up. Right? It's kind of close. What ends up happening is where it goes straight through and crosses in X's really kind of gets to be a pain in the ass. This, I think we can signal okay. So that's gonna, you know, we'll see. So, again, I come this way because I live in the US. So we're gonna go here, 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 right? And then we're gonna go, yeah, this may get funky. This may get funky. Right? And then we do the same over here. And you notice I'm not using chain signals. You know, I don't know. I guess the right way to do it, the proper way to do it, is to use chain signals. Now what's weird is over here. Wasn't that a... Yeah, see, it was like that. Here it's not, because the track would be... There's a space there, and a space there. Space there and a space there. I'm wondering why this is off, though, because here I'm on the curve. If I was here... and the signal, then I could do that. So am I somehow off on my curve? Maybe this whole thing is not centered 100%. It's not centered 100%, I don't think. I think I need to be one more for it to be right. We're 1, 2 here. Maybe we need to be a third, but then that doesn't center right on that. This is where that grid thing gets weird. Like I say, with the tracks. So what we may do excuse me, is I might do this a little differently. So the whole point of the signals is to divide your track up into pieces so that the two trains don't occupy the same piece at the same time. Right, so that comes that way. That comes that way. All right, there's, oops. And then that would come that way. Right? Alright, so there's that. Now, what if we... Is this going to hate me by doing this? Alright. So that's got that divided up into pieces, parts there. Now, what I'd like to do... See how this is yellow, purple? So, any train that's on any part of this will cause that signal to be red. Now I'm just kind of playing about a little bit. Let's try something here. So, if I got a train coming this way, let me see something. I don't know, I still kind of like it. Split like that. But what I'd also like is I would like this split from this. Right now it's not. And I don't think doing that's going to do it. I think that's just going to give it nightmares. I don't want it. Wish this would stay on if I put the thing down. I don't like having to walk around with one. No. This one. I mean, generally speaking, a train's going to either be going this way, or this way, or this way, kind of thing. So, it comes into here, and it holds up here. Huh. We're going to have to test it. We'll have to play about with it and see. We'll see how that works out. Where is... I don't have any signals in that one. That's a bigger circle, though. I am almost certain that is a... Yeah, see, my circle is bigger there, but it's also... Something's not... Something's not centered on that one. There's like an extra space somewhere. So we got one straight, nothing. One straight curve, one straight curve, one straight curve, one, two straights, curve, something's not. Huh. Curve, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, curve. Curve, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, curve. Curve, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, curve. Curve, and curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, curve. Right? So that's right. This one is curve, 1, curve. Curve, 1, curve. Curve, 1, curve. Curve, 1, curve. Huh, I guess it is balanced. It just doesn't. 1, 2, 3, curve. 1, 2, 3, curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, curve. Oh, because of this, we got a weird. Yeah, that's why. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, curve. 1, 2, 3, curve. If this was here, the curve would be center, or we could move this one, but then this wouldn't be centered. That's what's screwing us up. That's what's screwing us up, I think. Alright, fine. We'll live with it. Because I want my roboports in my system. We'll live with it. So there's going to be, and if we have to adjust this, we can go back and adjust this. I don't plan on having that many trains running anyway to where it's going to be a huge imposition. So let us get rid of these. We're going to keep that one because we need the placement for the poles. In case we accidentally take up poles, we're going to keep that one. All right. So this is going to be our traffic circle, our first one. So we're going to go there. Or are we? Yeah, but then we're going to get rid of these. Alright. So that's going to give us that. That's going to give us that blueprint. So that's going to be where things are going to hook together, line up, what have you. All right. So let us now pick up, because we're gonna want a T section, a T intersection. And these ones come in handy for when you are putting in like a railroad siding. So if you've got your straight piece of track and you want to pick off, oops. Let me see. Do we want to put? Does that solve the problem? Yeah, that solves the problem. All right. Right? Yeah, good enough for now. So if you want to come through, but you want to have something coming out, we can use a T intersection. Now let's see something. Yeah, so that still gives us that. So now let us take this blueprint and we can get rid of these right here, right? Because then that will still give us our connections. So there's our second one, right? So that takes care of our T intersection. Now what happens if we want a 90-degree curve? Well, then right, so now damn it. Screw it. Right? So that gives us a 90-degree in that direction. And again, we can get rid of these. Is that everything? Yeah, okay. So that gives us a 90-degree that way. And then now there is a flipper mod that you can, it's a blueprint mod that you can use to, damn it, flip your blueprints and mirror your blueprints and what have you. I hate it when it does that. Right? So then that goes the other direction. Fat, dumb, and happy. Why didn't you put... There we go. Right? So we got a left, we got a right. So now what happens if we want to go at an angle? Right? We want to go that way. This is where it gets fun. Right? And then we want to go... Alright, let's use this as a spacer. Right? And as a spacer over here. Okay. So then we can get rid of... Come on, save. The curves are the pain in the butt ones. Once we get the curves done, the straight tracks are pretty easy. Alright. Almost. Damn it. There. Alright, so there's that. And then this is going to come to this one. Right? And this one's going to come to this one. That's going to come to that one. That one's going to come to that one. Right? So this gives us a 45 that way. That goes there, that goes there, that comes there, that comes there, that's a 45. Now, oh, you know what? I don't want those up there. We want to keep inside of our... Keep inside of our guidelines here. As best we can. What are we missing? That'll work for now. We'll have to play with the signaling a little bit more. Don't think we want that, do we? Yeah, we'll see. Sugar. Sugar, 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 sugar. I fucked up. That's what we want there. That's what we want there. Dumbass. I screwed up because I forgot to put in my RoboPort in the corner. Nobody ever said I was smart. Least of all me. Alright. RoboPort in the corner. Right? Because we want to be there. And then we want to be a space on either side of that. Well, you know what? Let's be consistent and use the railroad tracks as the spacers, because that's what we did here. So there's that. So now, that goes there. Q. Damn it. And that goes there. Okay. Is that inside or outside? That's it. Okay. So Now, here's the thing. If we pull this up, and this up, alright, it's still going to have a connection. Good. That's what we want. But we will not have a power connection. I am pretty certain. Because if we pull these, the only one I have is this one, and this one. And I don't think that's going to reach from there to there. Is it? If we pull this, yeah, that won't reach from there to there. So we're going to have to add a pole. A pole. Somewhere. Right? Yeah. That'll work. That'll work. That'll give us our pole. Right, that'll give us our electrical connection that way. I can live with it for now. So we're going to get rid of this one, this one, this one, and this one. Right? And then that'll give us that one. Alright, create blueprint. And then get rid of this. Oops, not the middle piece. Probably shouldn't have done it that way. Oh well. Pole. Right, and then we're going to do the same thing in that direction. Stop standing on the track. Remember me saying I get finger tied sometimes? Like some people get tongue tied. Well, there you go. Damn it. So, there's that. Now we need to go to this corner. Mana mana da 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 da. Mana mana da 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 da. Who else had a crush on Janice? I always thought Janice was hot. Does that say something weird about me? I don't know. If you don't know who Janice was the hippie girl in the band that Animal played in. I always thought she was kind of cute. And then we said we wanted a pole here. Always had a thing for her. I don't know. Weird. I know. One of my first crushes. Right. Good enough for now. It'll work. Right, comes up, goes that way. We can flip it around. So now we got one in each direction for the 45s. Alright, so now we need straight track and we need diagonal track. So, those are the... Now we got the easy one, the hard ones done, or the pain in the butt ones done. Let us do... the easier ones. Alright, so we're back to our original, right? And we want to go get our Spidertron out of the way. And we want to go one more with that. Yeah, let's go one more with it, just to be safe. Come on. Right? And then... Right. That was hard, wasn't it? And then we want to... Since we have signals coming out of our curves, right? So that will split up the ends, and then we just need one in the center. So there is are straight away. Right? Right. Okay. Right? Yep, looks good. Great blueprint. Now, one thing about this is if we look at our blueprint, where'd it go? These are on opposite sides. I don't care. We're close enough that either side that this is on, it will still hook up. What we're going to go by is we're going to go by the robo ports. The distance between the robo ports is where we're going to match these up so that they overlap properly. So I'm not too worried about the poles. We can take out the extra poles. The other thing I may do at some point is add lights to these poles. I think I intended to do that and then I forgot. So that's life. Now, while we have this here, the next thing I want to do is suppose we have a long run of track and then we want an engine to be able to swap from one track to the other. Well, here's the problem. We're too close to do that. The closest we can be is right there. We're off by one. So, that's okay. Because what we can do is we can make that go up by one, I think. We'll see. And then we want to be able to go back down and back onto that. And we need to be able to bring this one up. Now this is where it's going to get fucked up, I think. Is trying to get this track and that track to join up. Because that's as much as we can curve that. The question is, can we make this meet that? We may have to go one more, right? To get this to do this. We may have to go here like that to do it. And if we have to, we have to. One, two, curve. One, two, curve. Okay? Because we're not going to have these very often. These are not going to be something that's going to happen every 5 foot of track. It's going to be occasional. So now, can we take that and flip it? Too close to existing what? Oh. Let's take these out. Just going to try and put those ones in, but that's okay. We'll take that one out too. And then we're going to take out no. Wait. Yeah, because that's going to swap up to that, right? And then that'll allow that one to swap down to that one. So this is what we want to get rid of, this right here. Now, in my original ones, we'll pull that up in a second. Let's see. I actually have something similar. But see how much wider it is? Because my inside track is so much wider, and then my outside track. So I have the space to go from one to the other that I don't have in this one. So if we have to, let's see, this would come up and go this way. That would be our straight line. This would be our switchovers. So if something was coming this way, on this line it could switch to this one and keep going. If it was on this one, it could switch to that one and keep going, and vice versa. Now we just need signals. Now, this is going to be a little different because of the fact that we've got this. So if we do here, here, is that going to do us on that end? And then we could do the same thing here, 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 and here. That might work. Normally what I'd like to do is signal here, here, and here. Because then you would have just a Y. This, you got this weird Z. But I don't know that I can fit another... See, I can't fit another signal in here. So it's not gonna... I wonder if I could do it this way. What would this do? That just widens out the Z. Really doesn't do as much good, does it? And then we just put this one back here. That one back there. Really doesn't change much. Just changes the size of it. It still a weird Z. The other option is to do this. We take all of this out, and we said here, 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 and here. nothing but the train that was switching could be present. But I don't... It's a whole section of track that we lose that a train would have to stop and wait for that to switch. We may have to go to that. But for right now, I'm going to keep it as compact as I can, which is about like that right there, I think. And if we start having problems, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we start having problems, okay, if we start having problems with that, we'll fix it. We'll mess about with it. Right? Yeah, if we end up starting to have problems with that, we'll fix it. Then we'll go back and rethink the stuff. I'm not going to spend 14 dozen hours on it right now. So that's going to give us our switch over. We got a straight track. We got a switch over. Oops. We didn't go far enough. Cut the ends off our tracks. Right? Great blueprint. Alright. There's that one. So. Let's do this the easy way. Oops. Dummy. All right, so there we go. So there's our straights. Something I want to do is sometimes you run into an issue of crossing the tracks. And I'm thinking what I might want to do, excuse me, is I might want to have a spot where maybe we want to be able to cross our track. Right? Oops. Well, that didn't do us any good. Maybe we want a spot where we can cross the track and we don't want to accidentally kill ourselves. what we can do, and I'm just gonna throw this down here. Our gates, right? And we can use our signals to do this. Now, I don't know if I need to have I can hook it. No, I can't hook it to that. I gotta have a wall. Alright. Grab some wall real quick. I know this is getting a little long. We only have one more blueprint to make. That's the diagonal. But I want to show you guys this sweet little trick that I learned forever ago from Zisteau, from watching his videos. Come on, give me a wall, somebody. Thank you. There we go. And you can make this as fancy as you want to make it. In my blueprints that I already have made, because I have walls that go all the way around my tracks, it's actually a break in the wall. In this situation, it's kind of not. It's kind of just a railroad crossing. So what you can do is we'll take and we'll connect from here to here, right? And then we can set this up, read signal, right? And output signal red. Is it closed signal? Open gate. And then I think it's red equals 1, right? And then we tell this one red equals 1. Open gate signal. Okay. So signal G equals 1. So now, if you notice, when I go through this gate and the gate is open, the signal is red. Right? So the train will stop. Now I could do that as far as this red wire would reach. Right? So I could do copy, paste. Right? And there you go. And what I can do is I can link all of these gates so that and then we want to do read sensor, right? So shift, copy, paste. So anytime any of these read sensor G, read sensor G. I have to play with it. And we'll play with it in game. I don't want to hold you guys up, but there is a way, like I say, to set these up so that when this opens, it turns the signal red. And you can link multiple gates to it. Now, what I may just do for this one, and it's a way of keeping yourself from being run over by the train. Well, I gotta play with it. When we go to use it, we'll set it up. Because it's already been going on an hour and a half. I don't want to keep you guys any more than I have to, or any more than you guys want to be kept, I guess, really. Because you have the option of turning this off anytime you want. Let's do the diagonal real quick and get that one knocked out. And we're just going to put one here. Here. May not line up right. And again, there's our signals. And we gotta put in right, so that one is connected, but it is not connected. If we pull these out, you'll see it'll go away because we want it connected here. Here, and here. Right, so there's our diagonals. So we can plop that in anywhere and go on about our business with our diagonals. So let's get rid of this. And there it is. So now we can relatively easy. I mean, we may have to fix some things along the way, minor things, but we can, for the most part, now have our bots create our, why is that? Get it lined up in the right direction here. There it is. So we can have our bots now create our train system for us. And like I say, we may need to play with a little bit of it just to get it to line up and to get it to connect right. But generally speaking, it's going to be faster than having to do it all by hand. So yeah, I recommend you guys check it out, try and do that yourselves, and you know what I mean? Experiment with it and you know, see how it works. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for sticking around. Bye.